Hi everyone, we're back again at our wall. We're going to be finishing up with our plugs here in a second. We're going to be doing a GFI plug here. It also has a switch built in, so we'll go over that in a minute. But basically what we've got going on here is we have a GFI, which we just talked about our GFI. If you haven't watched our video yet, watch the GFI video first. And we have our load plug. So this plug is also going to be protected by the GFI. And we're just going to be attaching the neutral and the hot and the ground. And then I screw those two bottom screws in tight and go and push them in. Now for this next one, we're going to talk a little bit about as we go in, that it has a broken tab, which allows me to bring the line in. I'm going to send the line to the top, which will end up being upside down. We'll do this one upside down because it is going to be switched. And there's no code about whether the plugs can be up or down. There's no code at all, so feel free to look it up, but there isn't one. And that you can do it either way. I usually always do my switched ones upside down, so everybody knows in the room that that's going to be a switched plug, so they know one of those is going to be switched. We can make both of them switched, or we can make only one side. Now right now, we're going to have hot go to the top, so this one runs all the time. This would be next to your bed most of the time, where you want the alarm clock to be on all the time, and we want our light to be switched. So the bottom here is going to be switched by the light. And the way we do that is by breaking out the tab only on one side. So the neutral is going to be the neutral and ground for both of them, and the hot will be hot all the time, and then on the bottom will be the switch side. And the way we do that is by knocking out that little gold tab there that is no longer involved in that one. So hopefully you guys can see that. Let's go over to the wall, all right? So as we come over here, we know this is going to be a GFI version. So the GFI versions in our wall are all going to be based on the idea that they are the darker colored, the chocolate colored lights here, or plugs. We know that's going to be a GFI. So we have a couple things going on. We have our switch over here, which we're going to talk about in the next video. We have our neutral coming in, our switch leg, which is coming off this guy, and our hot that's coming in on this side also, and then the actual hot for the top. So that's going to be kind of where we're kind of getting these weird ones from, okay? So power, so we're going to take a three-way Wago. We're going to come over here, and we're going to Wago all of our hots, the switch leg, which is the hot, and the actual other one, and we're going to Wago them all together with a three-hole Wago. So going to push them all in there, lock them in, make sure they're all solid, and now we know this is power to the top of our plug. We're going to do the same thing with the ground. So the ground here. Now I will tell you, most of you guys are going to see a violation here. It is meant to be there, and I will tell you what it is in the next video. What the violation is here, and we put it here on purpose so people can see it. But there is a violation based on the new code. And so what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to go ahead and take our hot. We're going to put that on the all the time hot, which is going to be on the top. We're going to go ahead and tighten down our top screw here. Now I always recommend doing your grounds first because of how they work. I'd much rather have my ground in. It kind of gives me some safety factor there beforehand before I do anything else. So do your grounds first, then your neutrals, then your hots. I just wanted to get that one out of the way because this is a little bit more technical one here. So we're going to come in here, going to tighten down our ground. We're going to put our neutral in, which only comes in on one side, okay? And that is going to give you a hint on what the violation is. We're going to crank it down. And then this guy is coming from the switch. So we're going to come over to this side and put our, remember we want our, on this side, we want all of our loops up. We're going to go in, tighten down, Want to make sure we can see copper behind each one of these. We're going to go ahead and force all our wires back up in there. Again, if you're using Wagos, I recommend putting tape on the handles. They do tend to come loose, which is why I'm not a huge fan of them. Not that I'm against them, and a lot of places are requiring them now. Some of the companies out there are. So now that we've got that, we want to flip our plug upside down. This is going to be the trick. Because why are we doing that? Because that's kind of an industry standard stating that one of these is going to be switched. Okay, then we go ahead and install our plate. A lot of times I'll write on there if I know that it's going to be, or I know the person, I'll put it on there, but usually we want to make sure that when we do this, we're going to have the switch up top, and that's how it will be tested on. Okay, guys? So as always, these are for review purposes only, but we want to let you guys know these are for everybody, but it's for everybody's review. Not to mean as training, but this is how you're going to pass the GFI switched plug side. So we're going to have a switch on top, GFI on the standard full GFI. This is where I always think of it as where I'm going to plug in my alarm clock. I want that to be all the time. I don't want that to be switched, but I want the light next to my bed to be able to switch on when I come in and out of the room. So have a great day, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And then tell us how you liked it or you didn't like it or how I did it wrong. Doesn't matter to me. As always, guys, have a great day.